Alright, we're back. Welcome. Do a quick jump for joy, because we're going to take down Champion Gundyr. This is part 2 of episode 14. Episode 14. The Champion Gundyr story. So our last attempt, which marked number 50 for him, I got him pretty close. I felt really good about it. Again, it's, you know, like you have, even if you're having a really great run, it all ends in an instant if you make one mistake or if something goes wrong. So I feel like the last few runs have actually been pretty solid in general. And so I'm hoping we can keep that up, and I think if we do, we'll have him down tonight. That's the hope, at least. I'm starting to, like, whatever it was last night that, like, put me into this really great zone against him in Phase 2, I feel like I'm starting to feel more comfortable in Phase 2. There's still some things that I'm having trouble with, obviously, but that is progress in my book. And that's what counts. That's what we're here for. Yeah, I need to not attack like that. Progress isn't always, taking a boss down. Sometimes it's doing just a little better than you did last time. Although killing a boss does help. Killing a boss helps a whole lot. Especially for my sanity. Just like... 4 bosses left. We're getting there. My hope is that we'll be able to finish the Soul Level 1 run by this week. But that's gonna mean 1 boss a night from here on out. And I don't know, I could see any Champion Gundyr I know I can take down. I know I am capable of killing him. The other 3, I could see one of those, any one of them, being a multiple night endeavor, if you will. So, stop doing that. We'll see. Champion Gundyr's got nothing on me, though. He's not gonna hit me once right here. Well. We need to... Oh, please fall. It doesn't look like he can. It looks like he gets stopped. I would love it, though. It would make my night. Of course, I would, like, part of me would feel bad. Part of me would be like, yeah, but I guess I didn't really beat him. But then the other part of me would be like, doesn't matter. It counts. Game counted it. All right. You watch my stamina. Oh. That's the closest I've gotten. I don't know. Right there, I don't know if... I mean, not healing right there was mostly about hoping he would give me an opening. I didn't wanna back off because I was scared that I would back off, start healing, and he would charge at me, and then I'd be dead. So I was looking for an opening, and none of them really came, and then I just ended up getting hit. So that's like the other thing I really need to figure out is like, okay, I need to nail down openings, when to heal. Like, when is it okay, when is it not? Because something like that is like, if I could have got a heal in, I could have gotten right back in there. I was still right up on him, and I probably could have gotten really close, if not killed him there. But hopefully we can keep this up. Hopefully we keep this up, though. Feeling pretty good. Solid start coming out of halftime, you know. Everything's on my side. Going my way. We can do this. Stay positive. That's all that counts. That's all you gotta do, is just keep hope alive. Roll too early there. Way too early. That's kind of the tough thing there is, it's easy to want to roll early, thinking that you will avoid his, like, his charging attack with his weapon. But what ends up happening is right when you start to get up out of that roll, he does his follow-up, and so you don't have time to roll again, and so it comes off as like, yeah, I rolled early. Whereas, like, it seems like perhaps I don't need to roll at all, because it seems like maybe I'd avoid it anyways, and so I need to wait. It's kind of similar to Pontiff and the Dancer in some ways, where there were some attacks where you wanted to roll early. Pontiff, actually, specifically, it's when he did his big combo string. And there was like one or two attacks in that combo that, as long as your positioning was fine, you would be totally okay not rolling or anything. It would just go right over your head. And so in that case, it seems like it's actually maybe somewhat similar, as I should wait and then roll during the follow-up. And maybe I would be okay. I just gotta kind of train myself to remember that. That's the tough part. We can do this. This is a great start. Alright, let's get back in there now. We're healed up. Watch my stamina. Man, see, sometimes I get lucky and he kind of misses his follow-up kick. Not right there, though. Oh my god. But, that said, I'm consistently, like, getting there. Mostly. Progress. We gotta stop letting that happen. Go in, yes. Alright. 11 Estus, we should be fine. We should be totally okay. We'll be okay. Have faith. We can do it. Dodge. Hit. Dodge. Nope. Heal. Alright. Lure them out here. Come on, Gundyr. Okay. Dodge. Dodge. Nope. Alright. Dodge. Hit. Nope. Dodge. Hit. Dodge. Hit. Dodge. Foot. Yep. It's fine. It's fine. 1, 2, foot. Look at that. That was so clean. Didn't matter. Did not matter at all. Oh, Gundyr. We can do this. Clean. One, 2, and foot. 3. Dodge. Dodge again. 4. 5, 6. 7, 8 foot. 9. 'That foot. Oh my god. Yeah, that a look ran out there. So we're looking at about 9 to 10 hits until phase 2 activates. It's breaking this down to a science. Okay. Alright, we're gonna get into a bit of a zone here. I'm probably not gonna talk much while fighting him. I wanna really see if I can't study his moves a little better. If I just focus in on him. Alright, here we go. That was a mistake very early on my part. I got really lucky. He followed up his charge and swing with that ground pound, which is great. Like, that's super, super great because it takes a little bit of time to do, and he kind of stands there. So he's not attacking you specifically, and you only are getting hit by it if you're really close up on him. So that's that is like the perfect time to heal. He doesn't do it often, but that was a really, really nice place to do it at. Unfortunately, I chose some bad times to take some swings at him. It kind of just messed me up a bit. Alright, here we go. Why do I do that? I stopped talking, start focusing, and now I'm entering a slump. And that's how it works. I got my chair creaking. Everything's just... It's falling apart at the seams. It's okay. Alright. So... It's like 9 hits with the sword to take him into phase 2. And that's... I mean, I have to look again. I want to say it's around like a third of his health. Maybe a little more. Maybe a little closer to like 40%. Even that's pushing it. Like somewhere between 30 and 40 probably. It's a pretty safe assumption, I'd say. Similar to most other bosses, it seems like. Just got stunned there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is kind of... It's pretty close to 40. Like, I hit him a few times there, so it's a bit more, but... So, like, I don't know. Somewhere between 25 to 30 hits is all I need. If you think about it like that, it's not that bad. It's not bad at all. That's actually one of the things that has me best way to word it. One of the reasons why I'm expecting, I mean, beyond the final boss just being hard in general, right? Like, of course it's going to be tough. One of the reasons why I think he's going to give me a really hard time is because he has a similar attack, that kind of charge. And I always have a hard time dealing with it. That foot. All right. I'm starting to think, at least in phase 2, if I get knocked down like that, it might be better to wait a little bit to get up. Because you see how I died there, I got up and immediately was just like, he just kicked me. But earlier, like before then, I was kind of waiting a little bit to see what his next attack would be. Because typically that would give me, one, I wasn't going to get hit by it, but two, it would give me a good chance to kind of get away. And maybe heal up if I need to. And typically that was working pretty well, so I think there I should have waited a little bit longer to see what his next attack was going to be. But I do feel, again, I feel really good about how that went. I got him down pretty close. What I'm doing is, like, typically, like, with bosses like this, like, once you get them close, you start, like, looking at them and looking at the health bar and looking at them. Instead of looking at the health bar, I'm starting to count. So that's basically the reason why I was counting. One was to know when that second phase was going to start. But also, I'm starting to count because it's like, okay, so, like, if 9 gets them down that far, you're looking at maybe 12-ish to get, like, 50% or so. So, like, I'm going to start, like, I'm starting to count to myself to figure out, like, alright, I can kind of, just knowing from where I am in my count, I can figure out, like, about where his health bar is. That way I'm not, like, looking at his health bar and looking up at him and getting distracted like that. Okay. Yeah, that was a bad time to attack. Hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Zendran. I'm assuming that's how you say that. If not, correct me. Okay. I'm feeling good. We've had a pretty good streak going here. I'm getting him pretty close. Nope. There you go. Talk too soon and that's what happens. Alright, this is the run. I can feel it. Especially after that just happened. Alright. You're going down. You don't even know it yet. It's 3. There's the foot. So we're at 8 right now. Nine. Phase 2 starts soon, right now. Man! That's the one problem. That move in particular, I just can't nail that timing down. Okay. I can get back into my zone. Nope. It's a bummer. I'm gonna go flying off the edge. There's something different. Yeah, right from the get-go, that run was not very good. It's just a poor start in general. There's no recovering out of that. Okay. We've entered the part of the cycle where I forget how to be good. Or how to deal with phase 2. It's like the Sonic cycle. You know, the part where you're doing good, and you're like, alright, alright. Everything comes crashing down at some point. And face reality, I am the Dark Soul. All it takes is one good run, or I kill him. As it turns out, that's all I need to do. It's weird. Hit him about 20, 26, 27 times. Probably somewhere around there, if I had to guess. 2 down. Foot. Need you out in the open. Thanks. Yeah, nope. Oh, crap. I started attacking and I saw him start up the grab move and I knew. Wow. We're at 67 deaths against Champion Gundyr. That is 11 less than, of course, Dragonslayer armor. So we're approaching that number. It seems weird. It feels like that the number has gone up faster. I don't know. Maybe it's a mixture of like run back versus how long the fight actually lasts. I guess Champion Gundyr is a lot more aggressive, and you have to be aggressive, so maybe the fight actually is a little bit shorter each time, even on runs that I do really well on. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I guess it's probably pretty similar timing, though. Man. Foot. I'm just not meant to die there, apparently. It's because this is the run. Man. Oh, as soon as he hit me up, I knew it. I started really believing it was the run. It's going so well. I'd love to know what it is that causes him to fall down like that to his knees. One, because it seems like I actually do more damage when he's down. Like, it seems like those two swings, I am actually doing a good deal more damage. But I'd love to know if, like, if that's something I could do consistently. It doesn't seem like it. But if possible, that would be great. Like, if I could, like, figure out a way to do that each time, that would be a really, really good source of, like, just doing a lot of damage very quick, very easily. But I don't know. Oh, that hit me? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. No matter how things go, I feel like I feel like it's a pretty safe bet that this run will be over by the end of next week. And I feel like as this, like, pseudo reward, I get to play Kirby at the end of next week, the new Kirby game. And that's just gonna be the greatest thing ever. I'm gonna have it's gonna be all smiles. It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be nice just, like, sit back and relax with a Kirby game after this. After this endless trial of terror is all over. You know, the ETT, the endless trial of terror. It's it's coined that myself. Oh, I think that's 4. that hurts. That is a painful feeling. Sometimes you like, I think, you know, part of it is, it's one thing to dodge, but it's another thing to be able to dodge and be close enough that you can get a hit in. And right there, it at least seemed like, even though I was dodging well, I wasn't like coming out of that roll in a good position to get at least one swing in. If I would have killed him there. Like I dodged plenty of attacks, and if I was able to follow up with an attack of my own each time I dodged, like I would have had him. So it was only like 5 or 6 swings away. But yeah, it's positioning. There's also, there was a few times I was dodging like multiple attacks in a row. I was kind of surprised I was pulling it off, but sometimes you just go with it. There's the foot. There's the foot again. Back over here. Man, yeah, if you get caught in that, it's over. So we are at 71 for Champion Gundyr. 7 more until we reach the Dragonslayer number. Which, you know, boy. I'd have to go back to make sure. I want to say at the very beginning of this run, when I was like trying to figure out about what I was expecting, like for a final death count, I want to say I was in the 600s. And I think yesterday I also made it very optimistic, like 650 or something like that, somewhere in that ballpark. That's not happening. Things continue to go the way they're going. There's no way, unless I have this crazy breakthrough moment for 3 separate bosses, not including this one. Well, I'm trying to think. Was it Dancer? Was the Dancer the last? Oh no, actually, Dragonslayer Dragonslayer was like a multiple night pursuit, we'll call it. Because I remember, I think the first night that like after the first night where it was like mostly Dragonslayer, and then I like stopped streaming and went to bed without killing him. It was the worst. It was like, you feel like the failure. Hopefully we don't have to do that tonight. Hopefully we can go out champions. Like Gundyr. Fall. No. No! Ah! I'm getting him close, though. Like, it'd be different if it was, like, I wasn't even getting halfway or something. I'm getting him, for the most part, consistently a good way there. I've just got to finish. I've got to close. It would help to have a little bit, maybe a little bit of luck on my side in what moves he does. Like, if I can get a run where he's not doing that charge move very often, if at all, that'd be great. Maybe a run, maybe also coincide that with a run where he falls down. That'd be also really great. So we're gonna go about 30 more minutes. So that way both parts today were about an hour and a half. Ugh. Ultimately, the takeaway from tonight's gotta be that despite my performance against Champion Gundyr last night, tonight started kind of okay. Like, I had a few pretty solid runs at the get-go, and then I kind of got a bit sloppy. Started having a difficult time with the entering phase 2. And from there, we've seen kind of a slow progression to a point now where I'm not every single run, but I'm getting close to being pretty consistently getting him down about 70% of its health, we'll say, in the ballpark. And that is worthy of being happy about. It's some good progress. Hopefully we can keep it up. Maybe take him out tonight. If not, probably take him out in the next stream. Preferably tonight. Not like that, though. Definitely not like that. I think what I might do for the last 30 minutes, we'll give him one more go here. I think I might go back and buy a bunch more of the charcoal pine resin. Let's buy like a ton of it. And we'll start using it again, because when we were using it earlier, that was kind of in a point when I've improved a lot since then, we'll say. And so I could see that being a really, just incredibly helpful in the second phase specifically. And maybe we'll only use it in the second phase. That way I have less attacks I need to do, basically, so. And that would definitely help, because it's hard to find openings in phase 2. So maybe we'll try that and see where that gets us. I rolled right into that. I was asking to die there. Alright. Back to Firelink Shrine we go. Honestly, earlier I should have just spent all of my souls on the charcoal stuff. There wasn't really anything else I was gonna buy, and it's not like I'm spending my souls anywhere else, so that's fine, it's whatever. I still have a... These should give me quite a bit. 20,000. $30. Let's go ahead and use these. And we'll use that. And I'm not gonna be buying anything else, so I'll just go ahead and spend it on the charcoal. So we'll have 72. Alright. And we'll see. We'll see, because that'll add up over time. It's about 20 or so points of extra damage each swing. So it's that's something that should add up, and that's gonna make it be like a couple swings less probably overall that I would need to do. And if we try to the trouble will be like maybe we'll get 7 or 8. See, that's the thing. So we know that 9 swings, 9 hits activates phase 2. So maybe after like 7 or 8, I'll use it, and that way it should last for a pretty decent time into phase 2. And then the hope would be that I'd be able to get to phase 2 just fine and deal with the opening attack, and we wouldn't be wasting the charcoal every single time. But I feel like using it right before phase 2 starts kind of alleviates any worry that I'd have trouble getting it on the sword while he's being super ultra aggressive. Whereas in phase 1, he's just mildly aggressive. Yeah, if I call this mildly aggressive, I guess this is still pretty aggressive. Maybe 1 or 2 more hits here. I get 1 more. Alright, it's showtime. I rolled way too early there. But if I can pull it off, no, I think that's 546. Crap. I wasn't thinking, I immediately hit 8. I'm like, wait a minute, no. Is that right? I think that's right, yeah. So we're at 77. When he goes down like that, if I can pull it off and hit him, I do a lot more damage, because like 3 swings took a good bit of health off. So if I can do that and then manage to kind of also dodge his attack right there, that would be super, super nice. Just anything I can do to make phase 2 last as short as humanly possible is kind of what we're looking at now. Let's lead you back over here. We'll do 1 or 2 more swings and activate the fire. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna happen, unfortunately. It's also the thing of, like, when phase 2 starts, sometimes he falls to his knees, sometimes he doesn't. That time he didn't. And it seems very unclear whether or not that's like a random thing or if there's something specifically that causes that. I haven't really read up on it, so I don't know. Okay. And that was dumb. But I do have a history of taking down a boss right at the very end of when I plan on ending the stream, so perhaps that'll happen again. History has a way of repeating itself, so perhaps we can hope that in the last 20 minutes here, something will happen. Something really good. If I'm being realistic, I think by the end of this playthrough, we're looking somewhere in the 800s for the total death count. If you imagine, like, maybe for the remaining bosses, somewhere in the 70s on average. That's my guess. If it goes higher than that, then, oh, I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. I want to fall under 1,000. We'll see if we can manage to do that. Let's take one more swing. God, there was nothing I could do there. So that takes us to 80. Which means Champion Gundyr is now in 3rd place in total death count. Still ain't over yet, though. He could easily overtake the Dancer and take 1st. We'll see. Got up at a really bad time. 550. I feel calm, and I don't know if that like is a sign that something's wrong with me. This game is so good. The whole series from Software, you guys, I cannot wait to see what they do next. Like them, it was like if you could like name the people, it's like yeah, man, but just wait. Like what could they be working on? Like just the excitement from like imagining what could they possibly be doing. Hideo Kojima, from Software, anything related to Dragon Quest. Like those are my three, I think. Like right off the bat. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That is such a fun fight. I really, really like that fight. It's super difficult. I feel like I really finally I nailed down that charge attack. I feel like I really nailed down the timing on that. It seems like, and you know, I have to go back and watch to be sure. If you kind of stand back and let him charge at you, like split-second timing here, like right before the tip of his weapon touches you, if you roll to the right and then immediately roll again, that seemed to be working for me. Now, granted, it worked a few times, but it seemed like it was consistently, like, right at the end working pretty well for me. Oh, God. The count, like I was talking about, like, kind of counting to figure out, like, okay, how much does it take to get to phase 2? How many hits is it taking to get halfway? And kind of figuring that out. Like, there was a point where I saw... I mean, I couldn't point out a specific moment, but there was a point where I saw that he had a specific amount of health left. It was, like, a little more than where his name would be. And I was like, alright, I saw that, and I just started counting to 6, basically. I figured, like, okay, 6 is probably in the ballpark. It ended up being exactly the number I needed. And maybe that doesn't... I don't know. Like, that's one of those things I feel like that makes it so that I'm not looking at his health bar. Like, my eyes are constantly on him, and so I'm not distracted at all. And I'm not, like... Maybe there's a part where I would look down at the health bar, and then I would miss a cue or something I would need it to see to dodge an oncoming attack, but... Good God. Champion Gundyr is down, and we are 3 bosses away from having mastered this game. And look at this, just a cool, like, setting. Whew, I gotta cool down. Yeah, like, it's weird. It's weird how you, like, the feelings that you get when, after, like, each specific boss. Abyss Watchers was, like, a huge rush, because it was, like, the first boss that was actually really difficult. And it didn't take me very long, like, in the grand scheme of things, compared to some of these other bosses, but it still felt, like, so good to take him down, especially because the run that I had, like, it felt like I didn't, like, I did get hit a few times, I think. I made a few mistakes, but it felt like it was just so perfect and so clean of a run. That felt really good. Taking down Pontiff was, like, just a huge relief. Same with the Dancer. Dragonslayer was definitely a rush of excitement. But yeah, this was like a calming feeling. This was just like a, yeah, okay. I am the true champion. I am the Dark Soul. Alright, so tomorrow, there might not be a stream. It all really depends. I might be hanging out with my cousin, so I'm not too sure just yet. If there is, whatever happens, the next stream's going to be for the Nameless King, and we're going to focus entirely on that. Hopefully be able to take him out, and then from there we'll move on to the last 2 fights. So thank you as always for watching, whether it was live or through the archive. Thank you for going on this endeavor with me. We are almost done. The end is in sight. I am very, very excited about it. So until next time, I will see you later.